Okay, so one thing I like to do is, oh, yeah, every now and then, when I have the money to do so, I buy Funkos. Um, Funkos are just, maybe many of you know, they're just kind of like minifigures, small little minifigures. Some of them are bobbleheads. Um, they're from like movies, shows, um, animes, a bunch of different things. Um, yeah, I don't know, I just like to collect them, especially with like certain figures that I like, kind of like Spider Man for the most part. Naruto, I'm a pretty good Naruto fan. Maybe the boys, stuff like that. Just different ones. Marvel in general. So obviously, in order to not get repeats, I like to create lists, just to have of all the Funkos I have in this case. So one way to create lists in Python is kind of by going lists and then using brackets, and then in here, list, you can contain anything. You can contain strings, integers, uh, true or false statement booleans, um, decimals, whatever you want. You can mix and match. So in this list, I could throw numbers, strings, whatever I want in there. In this case, since I'm just gonna use names of certain Funkos, is I'm gonna just put strings. So let's say I have Spider Man. Ooh, not Spider Man. Spider Man. Boom. Something simple. Let's say I also have the Joker. Um, let's say who else do I have? Let's say my guy, and who else do I have? I have a lot. Oh, I have Mouse. I have Miles Morales. Simple list. So print, and then let's say not list. Let me name Funkos because that's what I'm trying to write down. So now I'm gonna print Funkos. So now down here, when you go down here, Python 3, and then let's say list. As you can see, I printed my list: Spider-Man, Joker, my guy, Mouse. Obviously, in the order I put them in. So lists are ordered, or they have certain positions. Let me just write that up here. So one can have multiple of the same items. Items can have multiple of the same items. Basically, meaning when I have, like in this case, Spider-Man, I can have Spider-Man 3 different times, and it's gonna be 3 different items in that list. So I could print Spider-Man, 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 and so forth. And secondly, items have positions. Basically, just saying each item has a certain position that I can retrieve it at specific times if I want to. So in this case, I know the length of my list, but maybe later on I'm gonna keep adding in all of that. So what I could do is I can do print, and in parentheses len, len, and then let's say Funkos goes, boom. So now I have, like I said, I have my Spider-Man, Joker, my guy, and Mouse. And since I've done len, that means I have the length. So now when I go to print, obviously I have 4 different items, and down there, as you can see, it's gonna say I have 4 items in that list by using the len. So one thing I can also do is I can get a certain character in my list. So I can go print, let's say Funkos and brackets. Let's say I want to get Joker. So I want to go boom, Funkos at 1, print, I got Joker. You might be thinking, isn't Joker at 2? So in list, so let's say this is my list. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. So let's say I have Spider-Man, obviously, Joker, my guy, and Miles. Let me just, my MG for my guy. So lists always start at 0 and then go 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like in the characters in a string. The characters of a string always start at 0. Same thing with the list. You always want to start at 0. That's just how Python is. It starts at 0 and then goes so forth. So like in this case, where I got Joker, I set position 1 because technically that's where it is. Even though it says there are 4 items, yes, it's true. Down there with the 4, it always starts. Your first item goes at position 0, and so forth. So that's why, like I said, I put Funkos at position 1, which is Joker. One thing I can do as well is I can get multiple things. So let's say I want to go from the beginning to maybe not my guy, but Joker, I would go from 0 in a way to 2. So what I would do is I would go print. I go Funkos, brackets again. Then I do :2. Basically, by putting colon, it's just saying everything in between that first number, colon, to that second number, excluding that second number. So in this case, I'm going to go from the beginning to 2, but I'm not going to get what's at 2. I'm just going to get what's in between 0 and 2. In this case, since I didn't put a number for the colon, it's going to think I start at the beginning of my list, go all the way to there. If I were to do something like this, where I did print Funkos from 2, colon, it's going to do the same thing. However, now it's going to start at 2, include it, and go all the way to the end of my list. So now when I go down here to print it, you can see first prints my list, prints the one I want, Joker, or at 1, and then it's going to print Spider-Man Joker from 0 to 1 all the way to 2, excluding it because that's the last one. And then when I put 2 first, it's going to go from 2 to the very end. And then again, it's going to print 4, saying how many I have in that whole list. So it's pretty simple. Maybe if I wanted to get from 1 to 2, I'd go from position 0 to from position 1 to 3. I'd get that one, this one, and exclude this one. Pretty simple. It can be a bit confusing without a doubt, especially if you're still trying to understand lists and programming in general. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. So other things you can do is insert and append items, basically saying just adding items to your list. So what I would do is I would go Funkos dot insert, and then here I'm gonna give it a position. So let's say I want to include it at position 2, my new one. So let's say 2, and then I want to include, let's say, Homelander. Boom, Homelander, easy. Now I go here. Let me raise this up a bit so you can see a bit more. Boom. As you can see now, I added Homelander as my position 2, meaning it took over where my guy was and it pushed my guy to position 3 and Miles to position 4. But now I have 5 different items in my list. And now you can see Spider-Man, Joker, Homelander, my guy, Miles. Now it goes Spider-Man to Joker, like always. But now it goes from Homelander to the very end, since I did that go from 2 to the very end of my list. So, like I said, that's one way to insert. You give it a certain position and what you want to insert. Another way is appending. So appending just adds your item to the very end of your list, so you don't have to worry about what position. You're going to know it's at the very end. So what you would do is Funkos.append. Then, let's say maybe I bought Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man. Yep. So now I go here. Like I said, it appended it at the very end by my stomach. You see, it's right here, Spider-Man 2099. Also down here. Very simple. I appended it, added it at the end of my list. Don't have to worry about the position, any of that. Now, maybe I bought more than one Funko, but I bought them together. So what I can do is I can create a new list. Let me actually create that down here. So let's say new Funkos. Oh, no. Not new, 3 new Funkos. Let's say I added, let's say, the Flash. Simple. And let's say maybe I bought Black. No, can't spell today. Black Panther. Boom. Something simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my original list and add that second list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Funkos.extend and then new Funkos. Simple. Now, boom. My list got a whole lot bigger. So when you add 2 lists together, the list that you're adding, or in this case, I have my original Funkos, going all the way to Spider-Man 2099 right here. Then after that, it's going to add my second list. So if I had started on my second list, say if I had done new Funkos.extend and then my original list, after Black Panther, it would have included from Spider-Man and gone all the way back to Spider-Man 2099. But as you can see, I extended it, so now it added. and now the total amount of items is 8 down there at the very bottom. So that's how you kind of can insert individual items or an other list to your original list. And now you can just remove by going and here I can go something like Funkos dot remove, and I can remove something based on the name. So I can say remove, maybe I got rid of Joker, maybe I sold him or something. Simple. Now I have 7 items. Remove Joker, said bye, you're gone. Something easy. Another way of removing that I didn't write down here is or pop an item. You can do either or, remove or pop. Remove with the name saying, okay, I want this certain one. Pop, you get by position. So Funkos.pop. So now, since I removed the Joker, let's say maybe I want to remove my first one. I'll remove Spider-Man. So I'm going to pop at 0. Now clear. As you can see, now I'm down to 6 items again. And Spider-Man is gone. He's no more. Homelander took his spot. Everything shifted down 1. That simple. That easy. So now maybe you're just done with your list in general. Oh. Go down a bit. Oh no, not that either. There we go. Boom. Okay. Maybe you're just done with your list. So what you can do is you can go down here and say Funkos.clear. And then I'm going to show you what happens if you try and print this. Oh. Not Funko. So now after we have done that, you can see first originally, before I had printed everything, my whole list, a certain position, from 0 to position 2, from position 2 to the very end, how many items I had, which is all the way down there, which is 6. And now you just see empty braces, and empty brackets. That's just after I cleared my Funkos. I got rid of everything in that list. There's nothing else in there. I'm all good. Cleared it. I can now use that list and add more new things. Another thing you can do is, I don't think you guys are gonna need it, but you can delete your list. So I would do something like delete Funkos. Nope. So what the delete function is, it just deletes everything in general. You don't have to worry about having to clear it and get rid of it. If I did delete Funkos, I delete that variable. No longer found. You can't use it for anything. I can't print. I can't do anything about it. And it's completely gone. One other thing that I almost forgot to show, is something you can do this, where you go Funkos at position. Funkos at position. Let's say at position 0, where Homelander is at now. I'll set that equal to, let's say, what can I do? Let's see. I have a bunch of different ones. Let's say you got a Batman. Something simple. Okay, you might be like, what did you just do? So what I did is, by doing that, by saying Funkos as 0 is assigned to Batman, I'm just saying that position where Homelander used to be, I want it now to be Batman. So it automatically replaces Homelander with Batman and gets rid of Homelander. I'm just saying at that position, I wanted to change to this new variable and get rid of the old one. So that's what it did. At the beginning of the list, now you see Batman. Homelander is completely gone. He got obliterated from this list. And yeah, that's just one last thing I almost forgot to mention. But yeah, there we go. Showed you how to do all these different things. Showed you how lists start at 0, so forth. You can delete lists, also clear them, like I showed at the very end down here at the very bottom. Hopefully you guys don't have to delete your list. Maybe you might have to clear them to start over. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck.